You know, every now and then you come across something, you have to wonder, just what the heck is that? And what is it for? Or it's just so unique that you have to get it. Shopping at my local thrift store, the Value Village, as it's also known as the VV Boutique, I came across this gem here. What it is, Datex Omida, which is GE's medical arm. And this is a piece of medical equipment. Very hard to find information on this. But apparently they used it in operating rooms when the doctor was, slicing and dicing. This is what he saw everything on. Well, I found it unique because, first of all, it's got speakers, which is not common on even computer monitors. What I was most interested by with this device, gave away part of the secret right there. I was most intrigued by the stand. As you can see here, it's a standard 100 millimeter VESA mount, which means, even if you don't use the monitor for anything, you've still got a fairly decent stand. Well, it's white, slightly yellowed, but it is what it is. Monitor itself, 1024 by 768, that's all it'll ever be. Doesn't do HD, isn't meant to be HD. There are no Windows drivers per se for it because it's a piece of medical equipment. It's not geek equipment. When I was interested in this stand, paid $10 for the thing, by the way, and it does work. I've plugged it in and tried it out. But I figure the stand alone is probably worth $10. It's heavy, but as you can see, it telescopes. And the monitor tilts. Tilted telescope. Sounds like a big old Oldsmobile. And it also rotates, which I found rather interesting. And it also pivots on this here. Let me see if I can do that. See if we can get it to do that. Show that to you. Yeah. Turns back and forth like that. As you can see, VGA, DVI, audio port, input port. Pretty basic stuff. It doesn't have HDMI because it's not HD. It is digital though, which is a good start, I suppose. It's not too terribly old. But it is limited in its resolution. 1028 by 764 or less. There's the data plate for anybody who wants to know that kind of stuff. I can't figure out which of that information is a part number because, like I said, the information is very hard to find on this device because it's not really a PC monitor. It is a piece of medical equipment, which, by the way, has a Kensington lock. Spot for a Kensington, so you never know when somebody might want to break into the operating room and steal your TV. So there you have it. Tilt, telescope, pivot, spin, twirl. Oops. I don't know if it do-si-dos. I have no idea what do-si-do is, so I might even do that. Who knows? Basic buttons on the front here. It's all part of the setup. Power button there in the middle. It did come with a rather robust cord. It is rather robust. Both ends. And it's about 10 feet long. it's got this caution label on here. If you can read that or not. Yeah, it specifically said hospital or hospital grade. So that was a step in the right direction. It came with that, and it also came with a combination VGA and audio cord. A short pigtail on this end and a long pigtail on the other end, so it can reach your port wherever it may be. On the computer I tested it on, naturally the VGA was on one side and the audio was on the other, and this just stretched to reach it. But you can run a separate audio cord. Well, that was the thing that intrigued me the most, was the fact that it had speakers on it. Because I have that Asus Chrome bit, which doesn't have built-in audio. Well, it'll pick it up through HDMI. But to put it on this particular monitor, I'd have to convert that HDMI to DVI and run a separate audio cord. But that requires dongles and adapters, and well, I don't know if it's even worth the effort, because, as I said, 1024 by 768, it is what it is. So there you have it. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. Not yet anyways. But that was my latest find from the VV Boutique.